Hey folks, it's good to be back for my 17th show. I think I've got some pretty good stuff that I've lined up today. I will first start off with some pickup lines and responses that I'd like to get. One of them would be, let's see. Nikki, I'd like to ravage your body to kingdom come. Nikki's response would be, which I'd hope, I admire your honesty, Herb. You seem like a very forthcoming young man. Sure, why not? Let me rip off this pink teddy and you can go to town on this petite Bob. Bod, that's what I'm talking about, UPTV. I'm losing my balance. Equilibrium problem there. But the second bit would, Cassandra, I'd like to fuck you up your ass with my Jumbo Frank. Oh, you romantic tempter, Herb. You romantic tempter. How can I refuse an offer like that? Now, is that, if that happens in public, I'll be a very lucky and unhappy man. But I'll go to bit number 2. Here's some one-liners. The other night I had a medical emergency. I was going to call 911, but I forgot the number. So I forgot the number. But it's a while back, I was going to a gym, Gold's Gym, and I was working on this girl behind a desk, and she goes, well, you're too much, Paul. Well, yeah, some girls say that, but I said, do you want to go out Friday night for pizza or something? She says she's got class. Well, I said, how about next Wednesday? She has class. I said, well, call me when you have no class, okay? But, and another one-liner is, I set a police buddy. Well, I arranged a date for, a blind date for my police buddy, and he said it was a setup from start to finish. So... here's like bit number 3. I had another job that I didn't have much experience, but I thought, hey, I'd give it a go. I worked as an aviator, and here's, I will simulate what I did. I put these in here. Good afternoon, folks. This is Captain McGrady here. We're going on a flight to LA to France today. This trek will take about six hours. Although I haven't had, although this is my first day as an aviator and I don't know much about flying this bird, and there's probably a 99.999% chance we're all going to die. I hope you enjoy the flight nonetheless. If we do crash to our demise, I'll try to land this bird into the Caspian Sea. For those of you who know how to swim, I was saying this stuff when we was in the air, where those of you who know how to swim will probably survive. Although this sea is infested with killer sharks that are just waiting to tear into anything that's tangible. But on a lighter note, if they've already ate, you should be okay. So let's see if as I say, buckle in, boys and girls, you're in for a hellish ride. Now let's see if I can get this bird a chirping. Okay. Okay, I got a few more bits to do. For me, Paul, to be yours truly to get laid would the girl have to be A, really plastered, B, semi-conscious, C, a fan of my art therapy class where I post nude, D, blonde and so fucking stupid she doesn't know what she's doing, or E, dead. And my friend was like, he said, or F, a fan of his Guns N' Roses tribute band. Ooh, Axl, I love your rod. Okay. But now I'll go to coffee shop. I've been going to the same coffee shop downtown Champaign for, I guess it's been a real long time, because when I was in there this morning, he had a picture of me up behind the front counter. And it says, Paul has drunk this many coffees. And it has the coffees, the picture, and the coffees under there. But another odd thing happened. It was the same day, it was last night. I got in there, and it was on 11 at night. And I went up, I didn't see no one in the back of the counter. And I go up there and I say, may I have a mocha, please? And I heard a groan. Evidently, the girl I talked to had passed out from a caffeine overdose. And she's like, Paul, get your own damn coffee. So, so she said that, and I got a little nutty because a lot of the caffeine was going up to the old cranium. And I ended up locking myself into the bathroom and singing, got an old gal, her name is Sal, 50 miles to the Erie Canal. I was like singing that all night. Next day, the owner opened up and let me out. But unexpected surprise came from that. I got an acting award for Best Dramatic Performance in a Coffee Shop Setting, which was real interesting. Okay, let's see. Let me check. Oh, okay. I've expanded on Einstein's formula relativity. He says E equals mc squared. Well, I've expanded on this. It was right before that I had too much caffeine. When I locked myself in the bathroom, I figured out this formula in my head. I said E equals mc squared to the square root of 2 divided by the particulation of the desecration of the, of the essence of the 4th root. I messed that up. But anyway, that's what I did, and I hope that gets, I get recognized for that, so, but anyway. Like I say, I still at 42 have a tremendous sex drive, and I could just be talking to a woman and, it's right up there. Well, even when I was in 2nd grade, my sex drive was high. I'll give you an example of what happened. Remember Simon Says, where he raised Simon. I'll give you an example of the thing. Simon Says, raise your hand. Don't raise your hand. Simon Says, get your hand off her ass, Herb. Clap your hands. Simon Says, clap your hands. Oh, for God's sakes, Herb, Paul, Simon Says, get your tongue out of her throat. I'm putting in for early retirement. I just, I can't deal with this guy that's popping stiffies all the time over here. But, see, what's the other one? Not doing very good at memorizing my stuff today. Let's see. Okay, try to keep the show going here. I asked a caller, a black friend of mine, if he wanted to go out and get a cup of coffee. And his response was, I desperately think that the prohibition of the factors of the essence to be homorifically destified. I said, what? And I said, I just asked you, Derek, his name was Derek Van Buren, if you want to go for a cup of coffee. He said, oh, okay, gosh, okay, yeah. I really think he needed that cup of coffee to sober up, to get away from that desperately factor situation, that kind of talk. But anyway, I'll go to, I think this is my last bit. I was going on a flight to see my cousin in the San Diego area out in California. I was on the plane, and across from me was this big, buxom, beautiful blonde-haired girl. So, of course, I went over to talk to her, and I went over there and I said, hey, sweetie, how you doing? You know, we started talking, and I started a conversation with, can I buy you a cup of coffee? I said, how do you take it, sweetie pie? And she goes, I take my coffee black, like my man. You know, and I quietly just walked over, you know, and just sat down for the rest of the day. You know, that line totally threw me. So, I think that might be the last. Yeah, that's the last of my bits today. I want to thank you so much for watching again, and of course I'd like to thank Khalib, who's filming me today, and also Jason Leggett. And I'm going to use two lines today. I thank you, and I bid you adios, and I bid you adieu.